What is up, guys? Thunder Studios here, and welcome back to another review. And today I'm going to be taking a look at Age of the Prime's deluxe class, Alchemist Prime. So let's get into it. Starting off this review with the robot mode, and the details on this guy are just insane. Like, especially for a deluxe class, the head sculpt looks like fantastic with like the silver paint and the goggles and everything, and like the gold paint like at the top. And like with the mustache, I think the sculpt work is really good, but I don't think it makes sense because these guys are robots. I don't really think it looks like Alchemist Prime. I lean to more towards that Cyberverse design as my go-to Alchemist. But yeah, the sculpt does look really good, and like the paint work on the chest and like the silver and like shiny gold paint all throughout looks really good, and all the sculpt work like on his chest and the arms and the feet and the legs, and this like looks really good. And he's quite a solid feeling figure too. He's got like quite a lot of plastic on him, and he's quite like solid. He's got a good profile to him. It's got like no kibble and barely any hollow joints, like only like there and there, but that's due to the transformation. The only thing I could sort of critique with this rebel mode is the head that doesn't like sit flat, it like sits forward on the chest, so like when you're posing him it does look a bit odd, but other than that he looks really good. Now for his accessories, he comes with these two daggers that don't really look like daggers, they just got a sharp edge, and you can combine them to make the lenses. I don't know what they're called, they're just lenses, and he can obviously use them, and they've got his symbol there, which is pretty cool. And yeah, like I said earlier, they can double as daggers or like little shields on the arms, which are pretty cool. Now with the accessories out the way, let's move on to size comparisons. Here he is with Megatronus Prime, Primer Prime, Vector Prime, and my last review, Run Amok. Now with size comparisons out the way, let's move on to his articulation. He has got a ball joint at the head, which can look up and down if you use the hinge for transformation, and kind of go the full 360. That doesn't really work the best. His arms can go the full 360 around, go out, elbow rotation, elbow bend, and the hands can sort of go in, mainly due to the transformation. He has a waist joint that can go the full 360, and legs that can kick up to that far, back slightly that far, out to the side, thigh rotation, knee bend to 90, and ankle pivot, which is pretty good. So yeah, he can pull off some pretty decent poses, and he's quite fun to mess about with. So let's move on to the transformation. Also, quick note, in the instructions it says to fold the arms all the way in, but you can't do that due to the 5mm port in there. There's like a little bump, so if you do that you will most likely break your toy, because my hands have started to come out of the sockets due to that, so that is an error on the instructions. So just be careful and just follow along what I do. And there you have the alt mode for Alchemist Prime. It is pretty decent, like the colors and everything sort of match, and it sort of reminds me of like an army truck, especially for the back. And I do really like how the knee pads give it like the sort of armored look. And I do really like the details on the clear windshield, like the techie details, and also I'm pretty sure it is double laid, so it probably shouldn't break. I do like all like the black with the dark green color scheme. I do really like that, especially for the alt mode, and the dark gray wheels. I really like, gives it a bit of contrast. And unfortunately the hands and the back aren't really covered covered up properly, but that's not really a huge issue for me because it's sort of a Cybertronian mode, like makeup, like made up, and the headlights are pretty cool. And yeah, the front hood with the grills and everything, and the details on the side look pretty good. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the alt mode. So let's wrap up and I'll give you my final thoughts. Overall, I think this is a pretty good figure, but not necessarily what I'd look for in an Alchemist Prime. Like, I feel like if you definitely like want one that's not this figure, just get the Cyberverse Builder figure one, but that is kind of expensive now. He is a pretty good toy after all. He's really fun. The transformation is really fun. So I'd say if you do want him, definitely go pick him up. He's definitely worth the price, and yeah, you might like him, you might not. Make sure to like the video, subscribe down below, and comment what figure you want me to review next. Peace.